don't think I could have picked a better day for a CobCast. Bright and sunny, but it is quite windy, and I hope I'm going to be heard above the wind. There's nothing I can do. I couldn't organise anything separate for the sound today because I've got another one to ride, and it's already the afternoon. So here am I on Harold, dear sweet little Harold. He's a little bit sweaty going out because there's a little bit, they've been having some arguments in the field that he's in, because there's a new horse and she is being bullied at the moment, but you know, that's what happens till she finds a place in the herd. So he was running around as well, so I've still got some energy. He seems to have. What he does, he hasn't been ridden since last Thursday, and before that he only had a couple of rides, but what he's had is he's been ridden by a novice because he's so quiet, and also a young child, and what that means is that, you know, he's not a naughty pony at all, but what that means is that he's had no sort of decent adult on him that can, you know, say this is what we're going to do. So he is used to sort of making up his mind a little bit, like, oh yes, I'll walk on the grass here, you know, I'll walk on the grass, I don't walk on the road, kind of thing. Yeah, so he makes little decisions, but he's not a naughty pony. He's quite a kind pony, but what I find with a lot of horses that have had inexperienced people on, or relatively inexperienced, is they don't let's get past this dog. Hello. They don't make them walk up. Like he has quite an active walk. So what he'd rather do is do this little trot rather than walk up. So I'll be teaching him to walk up. So as soon as he, rather than walk out, when I say walk up, I mean walk out. Rather than walk out, he'd sooner jog, which isn't really what we want. We want him to walk up. But you see, here he goes. He says, oh, I can go forward. So that's nice. I mean, he's not lazy. Yeah, yes, he's got opinions, but haven't they all? But what he is he's awfully steady. And he looked at that lady with the dog. I was surprised that he did look at the lady with the dog. But just occasionally, when you get these steady sorts, of which he's, you know, a very good example, because the non-riders and the children can't get them to go, sometimes the adults come along and from the ground start chasing them. And I mean, I know it's a dreadful thing to say, but it does happen. They start chasing them to get them to go, because they get frustrated that they won't just go for the child or the beginner. And I would almost certainly say that he's had his share of both, and because he's so quiet. And the thing is, if a beginner, I mean, if a beginner, or you know, a nervous child or an inexperienced child gets on the average horse, they'll actually find that the horse is ahead of them and it's too much horse for them. So something like him will be good, but the thing is, he would be hard work in a school to motivate. So it's a kind of catch-22 situation, because you want the horse to go forward to teach the beginner on, but not so forward that they kind of get confused and start rushing away. But anyway, that's not what today is about. Today is about, his first CobCast. He's been with us just over a week, and in that time he's had a few rides, just a couple of rides, and I expect it's a long time since he's had anybody giving him a proper ride with decent signals. So I'm asking him to walk out, because I don't want him just like crawling along, but he's not sure how to walk out at this stage. So I'll just keep battling, and eventually he'll walk out rather than do little trots. And he is very much a straight line fellow, but within that straight line, like so many of them, he's not necessarily straight. He would be thinking of drifting over one side or the other, and that's entirely natural, because left to their own devices in the field, horses never go in straight lines, or hardly ever, not for prolonged periods. Well, when I say they never, they do, but that's if they're sort of, if they're chasing a dog or something, they'll go in a very straight line, as long as the dog does, or if they stampede, they'll go in a straight line. But other than that, they don't choose to go in straight lines, and of course that's a survival thing, because the animal that goes in a dead straight line is easily brought down. Right, well, we'll have a little trot, because he seems to be quite keen on that idea, and it's such a comfy, he is so comfortable, and surprisingly, I don't think that car's seen this. Oh, yes, he has. Right, we'll just come into here. It's because the sun's so bright, and I was a bit worried. I thought, has that car seen us? So here we are, turning back the way we've come, and as you can see, he doesn't exactly rush off towards home. Now we're coming around this way. We just got